Hi, Dragofab here again. Today we will look at URLs, specifically how to make them clickable and how to make reports open with specific parameters and on specific pages. So here we have already created links. If we click on this one, nothing good is happening. We will look at it later, but if we click on this one, this opens the report with specific filter. It doesn't matter what slicers we have. So the report is filtered by this filter pane. We can look at the URL itself. So initially, when you create it as a calculated column, you take, let's create another one, new calculated column. Let's just copy paste this one and create new calculated column. And we will go step by step. So if we go back to the report, this is reviews report. We go here, we copy paste the link from the page we want. Here we have only one page, so it doesn't matter. And we go back, we change all these to the link to the report, and here is the filter that we applied. So this restaurants is the table in our report that we are going to open. So it's from this report. And we need to filter restaurant name column. And the important part is this, it's substitute for the just space. So in the restaurants table, restaurant name column have a space in it. So we need to substitute it with these specific characters. And we need to add equals, this means equals, and we need to add this parameter. So this is like single quotes, and inside the single quotes will be restaurant's name. So restaurants and name is from this report, from the table that we create this calculated column. So here we can see that it's for restaurant 1, it's restaurant 1. So the link looks like this. But if we add it now to the table, the same table, it's not clickable, nothing happens. What we need to do is we need to go to data category. So in column tools, data category, and we need to check that it's web URL. And now we have this. This is specific different properties. So on visual properties, if you have these kinds of formulas there, these kinds of columns, you can see if you want to only icon, only headers, only row headers, but for me I like the icons, so it doesn't take that much space. And now we can go back to this one and see why is it not working. This link opened to the empty page. So why is it empty? It's because this slicer is single select and it's already set up as restaurant 13. And we have this filter here, which is separate. So this filter, which we have in our link, is not the one that we can use here. So it's not overwriting. We can see that it's if we click in and click on it, it's okay, it shows the data, but by default, if you have on the page of restaurant name, for example, or anything, if you have single select filter already applied, it wouldn't overwrite it. It was the same with the other one that we saw for reviews. This link didn't overwrite or remove any filters that were already applied. So if you want to go back, you need to clear filters here. But if this filter pane is not there, then it's really hard for end user to understand how to remove the filters. Because if we open it again, so we can see that this filter is applied. And if we try to remove filter here, it's the same slicer, but it's slicer, it's not filter. And there is no green button as usually we have when we go to something else, choose some other filtering, and there is nothing to go back to. So it's another thing you need to remember if you want people to, your end users, to have access to it. You need to open up filter panes for them to see and remove the filter if you want it. Otherwise, this is the main issue with the single select, which is really confusing for end users. So there's opening, and if we don't have these filters, if we don't see this filter pane, so here if we open it and we don't have filter pane, it's even more confusing because they choose different restaurant name. They got at restaurant 13, even so they chose restaurant 1. So it's something you need to keep in mind. If you have single select slicers on your page, it will be confusing for the end user and it won't be overwritten. As here we had in the reviews, we had already review waiter and it didn't get overwritten. So your slicers will keep as they are. The other thing I needed to tell you is about pages. So if we delete this part and open just the report is usually opening on the first page or whatever page you saved it and published. And here you can see that the end part is changing. So this part is responsible for which page will be opened. So if we open this part, for example, if we go and substitute in our URL for single select report, we substitute this final part, then it will open a completely different page. So it will open not on the text dimension, but here. And again, its revenue is not removed. So it's not only about single select, you need to remember about all your slicers. Here we have the value slicer, so revenue value, and this particular restaurant have high revenue. That's why we can't see it. And here, for example, restaurant 1 will or restaurant 6 will get in there. Let's try restaurant 6. if we go to restaurant 6, it should, yeah, it's opening, you can see it, everything is fine. And again, when we opened the restaurant with higher values that was set up here, it wasn't opening. And this is something you need to keep in mind when you generate these links to the reports. Also, these links don't work only for the reports, it can be any other URL. For example, in the SharePoint site, you might have URL for specific documents, PDFs, or whatever, for specific restaurants or projects. And if you can filter it, then you can generate the links for these specific places as well. Thank you, till the next time, bye.